modern shonen anime that are pure gas. Any anime is pure gas if it starts off strong and keeps up the momentum from one episode or season to another. These must-watch shonen anime don't waste time with lengthy filler arcs, nor do they peak early or botch their later seasons. When modern shonen anime are pure gas, they're going to deliver the goods every time fans tune in, energizing viewers with high-quality content like no other. These pure gas shonen anime are major players in the modern anime landscape, and even at a glance, it's easy to see why. Bleach, Thousand-Year Blood War is what the anime always should have been. The original Bleach anime was an instant hit with its funny Monster Hunter phase and the famed Soul Society arc. However, the Bleach fandom was more split after that, in the face of huge filler arcs and the fact that the Arrancar saga felt like a rehash of the Soul Society arc. The anime ended on a weak note in 2012, but then the Bleach, Thousand-Year Blood War anime launched a decade later as 100% gas. Bleach TYBW is what Bleach was always meant to be, a richly animated and visually powerful anime with slam-bang action in practically every episode. Even if the Thousand-Year Blood War arc is a lengthy one, it feels much shorter than it is, thanks to the anime's sharp pacing and non-stop plot twists. Every core so far is packed with astonishing battles with exceptional characters and moments. From Kenpachi defeating Gremmy, to Rukia's triumph over Note with Bankai, or Ichibe's duel with Wak himself. Chainsaw Man is quick, brutal, and breaks all the rules. Chainsaw Man is a serious case of quality over quantity, especially when compared to the classic shonen Big Three, or even more recent shonen hits like My Hero Academia and Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. There isn't much Chainsaw Man content out there yet, but fans love what they've seen so far, with each episode featuring shocking plot twists, cool action, and surprisingly tender character moments. Chainsaw Man, like Tetsuki Fujimoto's source manga, moves quickly and hardly gives fans time to breathe between plot twists, which is actually a good thing when it's executed like this. The very first episode was promising as Denji died, only to return as Chainsaw Man himself, and the following episodes were even better. The anime has a truly wacky and grim story on its hands, a fantastic subversion of shonen anime, and a memorable action story by any measure. Dan has serious creative flair as a fantasy, sci-fi, romance adventure. Dan is pure gas for the same basic reasons as most other high-quality shonen anime of the decade. Strong pacing and a lack of slow episodes or filler arcs. The second season may feel a bit slower and weaker than the first, but when fans remember how incredible Dan's first season was, that's hardly a cause for concern. Dan is chugging along nicely as a shonen battle anime with a lot of extra flair. Dan's core as an action story is already off to a good start with the fun villain designs, the fast pacing, and the clash of science fiction versus fantasy. On top of that, Dan is hugely entertaining with its developing love triangle, the offbeat comedy, and even some light slice-of-life vibes here and there. The anime is settling into a comfortable rhythm here in Season 2. Which is good, since only the first season needed to be totally outrageous to draw in new viewers. Jujutsu Kaisen keeps getting better and darker as Yuji faces ever stronger foes. Jujutsu Kaisen is pure gas as a dark shonen action anime that handles its tone remarkably well. It compares favorably to older anime like Elfen Lied, which felt too edgy or clunky for its own good. Jujutsu Kaisen goes pretty dark too, but the process is more gradual, and none of it feel gratuitous or clumsy. Jujutsu Kaisen was relatively light, just long enough for viewers to miss the good times by the time the dark era began. Jujutsu Kaisen's dark side includes Yuji hosting the horrific Raimen Sukuna inside him. the casualties of the Shibuya incident arc, and the fact that the sorcerer elders want Yuji dead. All that is grim enough to raise the stakes and move the plot. But Jujutsu Kaisen also wisely includes solid friendships and comedy to balance things out. The end result is a fine blend of dark fantasy and traditional battle shonen that never fails to deliver. Cyberpunk Edgerunners makes Night City come to life with criminal found families. Cyberpunk Edgerunners stands in the fuzzy middle ground between shonen and seinen anime, and fans who count it as shonen love it as an example of shonen's darker side. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime has just enough happy moments to give the heroes some personal stakes. It's also just enough to make viewers cry when things go terribly wrong for David Martinez and his criminal friends. The cyberpunk anime genre is in good hands with Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and not just because of the name. This short yet sweet anime is pure gas, delivering explosive action and intense sci-fi flair in each episode, right until the anime's heart-wrenching end arrives. The emotional and physical stakes never let up, creating a tense atmosphere that's sometimes interrupted by tender character moments with the likes of David, Lucy, and Rebecca. Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest is a leaner, meaner take on the world of wizards. Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest is sharply paced and lacks filler, allowing it to show off everything fans enjoyed about the original without diluting things with filler, pointless story arcs, or the like. This is a compressed and refined version of Fairy Tail, benefiting from a more cohesive plot that makes dragons the stars once again. Every episode has the right balance of comedy, simple yet fun world building, and ample magical mayhem in the fights. Tokyo Revengers keeps the tension high with Takemichi's underdog time travel. That heartfelt premise is the core of Tokyo Revengers, and the anime keeps building on it with repeated trips to and from the past. Takemichi will fail more than once to fix the past in order to save the future, which creates excellent tension. It's a good way to make the most of the time travel angle, which is important since the fistfight sequences alone can't carry the entire anime. My Hero Academia combines explosive action with strong character moments and commentary on heroes without giving up the cool action and superhero flair. My Hero Academia made fans think with its weighty questions about a society run by pro-heroes. Questions and debates about judging people based on quirks, unfair double standards, and intolerance all came into play, which helped explain the rise of villains like Himiko Toga, Twice, and Spinner. That, combined with the Toradoki family drama, made My Hero Academia stronger than ever in its later seasons. Demon Slayer is a short and sweet monster hunter outing. Even if Demon Slayer is definitely a tad overrated as a shonen action series, it's still 100% worth a watch. Formulaic plot aside, Demon Slayer was pure gas from the get-go, treating fans to a fast-moving, emotionally resonant story with astonishing animation in every single minute. Demon Slayer started off strong with its personal stakes for Tanjiro Kamado, plus the irony that Tanjiro's sister, Nezuko, is the same kind of monster Tanjiro is trained to hunt. Each story arc of Demon Slayer is a vivid example of shonen firing on all cylinders, with stunning action sequences, a colorful variety of characters to meet, and more emotionally powerful moments. Demon Slayer doesn't waste a single minute, moving its story and character arcs forward, with only brief downtime between story beats. Even the comparatively slow Hashira training arc was a busy time, as certain breathing styles got their chance to shine.